Okay. Finally got everything set up. I feel like we have a good connection. I am just tooling around here. I'm playing with the Roman Empire. We ran into our first rival, well, first species right here. I've designed this Roman Empire, obviously. We're a military dictatorship, authoritarian, militarist, and spiritualist. We're distinguished admiralty, and we're a police state. The idea that I have for this is that we don't start out as xenophobic, and we're not even really necessarily thinking about slavery. But the idea is that we united all of Earth, and then we went into the area of robotic AI, trying to give personality to machines, trying to break the uncanny valley, things like that. And basically something like a Terminator thing happened where the AI gained sentience, basically self-awareness, and turned against us, and we barely got out with our lives. And that happened about a century ago. And since then, because culture changes slowly, immediately the government put very strict regulations on the robotics industry. But over time, through both the government but also through culture, just a severe distrust of robotic AI, not really AI in other applications, but in trying to create human-like machines for companionship, for jobs, for all that stuff. Really is frowned upon. We don't distrust it at all, or we don't trust it at all. And as that divide occurred, there was sort of a return to traditional values or whatever, and more of a belief in the human soul, and old questions started to return to the kitchen table about what it is to be human. What is the significance of life? Is there significance of life? What is a soul? Is it significant? Things of that nature. So that now we don't really deal with robots. So that's sort of the backstory. I can probably flesh that out some more, but that is my initial backstory. So let's see. We've got warlike, industrialist. That's pretty nice. Okay, I am running a few mods in this game, but mostly this game is just for me to tool around with this, learn the mechanics of the game while also learning how this empire plays. You can see I have spread out 2 bottlenecks, choke points here, here, and here. If I expand, I am thinking to expand in this direction. That's because I happen to know already that this is going to turn up an undeveloped population that we can turn into slaves if we want to. But again, our people are not really thinking that right now, and they're not xenophobic yet. But those are things that in my idea for a playthrough, those are the kinds of things that our people will migrate towards eventually. And one of the reasons is going to be because they're pressed. I can't really come up with a good reason. I don't have a reason right now for the slavery aspect, except that it would be tied to the xenophobic aspect, perhaps. It would be like a precursor to it. Us being xenophobic, we would think about wiping out all life, but this would be a step towards it if we enslaved populations, because we see them as being of less value than we are. It's a supremacist perspective kind of thing, I suppose. And that's going to begin, like, how does that start up in a society? I kind of believe that things come from fear. And when people see something and identify that as a threat, you haven't walked in their shoes. It may be a legit threat. the mistake that is made is that they take the micro and apply it to the macro. They take their circumstances in one neighborhood and decide to apply it to an entire group of people. I've seen discrimination go in both ways across a multitude of nations because I've lived around the world. And so that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Now, right here next to us, look at who we have. They're slaving despots. They're a military junta. They're aliens. That this is going to be not attractive to us. But we're like, okay, well, we could have open minds. They're sentient creatures. We could work with them. But look at what our first encounter is in the galactic space. They're authoritarians like we are. They're fanatic militarists, so they're warrior-like. They have the Corvée system, which we wouldn't feel one way or the other from that. But right here, slaver guilds. So already, I mean, they're going to start talking smack to us. They're going to tell us we're not worth anything, that we can't run our own empire, our bodies are built for manual labor, stuff like that, you know. And we're going to have a reaction to that. And I kind of think that a little bit of that is that's how Rome became Rome. They were friendly at first until they felt existentially threatened, and then that became part of their psyche for the next 1,000 years. For the next 1,000 years, if you became a neighbor of Rome, it wasn't very long before they just talked themselves into you being a threat, and they would go declare war on you, you know, and take you over and stuff. It all had to do with security. So this is causing us to feel a lack of security. They have syncretic evolution, so they've already got slave populations. I'm not sure how to look at their population count. They have 33. Zathorian, which almost equals their own population, is their slave population. Okay, they've got 33 pops. What do we have? We have 34. Okay, so we're pretty even. They, of course, are killing us in fleet power. All right, well, that's about all the lead up I'm willing to do for. I've already done a lot. So let's unpause it. And we're just blowing through this stuff. I'm trying to gain experience here. So I have declared them a rival. Let me make sure about that. Offer end rival. Okay, so yes, I have declared them as a rival. I have this station is built up a little bit, so we have a 1K mill strength there, and I'm waiting on talent points. I've just now gotten this. See, there's our potential slaves. Okay, so next, let's see, I've opened up Discovery, and I'm going to take Boldly Go. Then I'm going to open up Supremacy and work down to here. And hopefully I will have gotten the cheaper Corvette stuff by then also, so that it costs less to build Corvettes. And I may also be able to take this. Okay, let's take to Boldly Go. All right, things are moving right along then.
Technology secured.
Pause it, bring this up. Geothermal fracking has been discovered. Let's go carrier operations.
Star system charted. Situation log updated. Construction complete. Sphere of influence expanded. Anomaly found. Sphere of influence expanded. Star system charted. Technology secured. Special project complete. Star system charted. Star system charted.
Oh man, I just noticed I've been muted for forever.
Anomaly found.
I've been narrating this thing the whole time because that's kind of what I do. I don't even need to have anybody in the channel for me to do that. I do it by nature.
Anomaly found.
But I've had my mic muted the whole time.
Sphere of influence expanded.
Okay, Catabriga can be, they need a one housing district. No, I mean, I probably need to concentrate, but doing a stream of consciousness running commentary, that's just straight up my style. It's built into my personality. So that's the kind of streamer that I'll be. I'll talk before I concentrate. If I need to stop and concentrate, because I don't really walk and chew bubblegum well at the same time. So if I need to concentrate, I'll actually usually say it. I'll be like, oh, hold on just a second. I need to look at this. And you've probably heard me do that before, and then I'll go back to talking. So I think it works out, though, for when it comes to streaming, giving a running commentary, I think is helpful for the people who are watching. We're going to build a housing district here. Do I have anything to research on that? No, not yet. Okay.
Star system charted. Special project complete.
Okay.
Anomaly found.
Research that. So assuming that I was muted at the time, just saying this is like kind of a background stream, which if I remember right, you're kind of multitasking. You might be doing work right now. You might not. I don't know, but it's possible that you're doing work right now. I am blitzing through this. This is all just practice for me, so probably a good thing to keep on in the background just for entertainment purposes if you want. It's not anything that you have to pay close attention to. Further evidence, yeah, we're going with that. Because I am not doing any kind of narrative breakdown. I'm just running through the game.
Technology secured.
What did we learn? Planetary unification. Ancient warring tribes, historical nations in conflict, now unified in empire. We must not and will not crumble. Ah, you are working. Yeah. All right, 26. Food from let's take the food from farmers plus 20%. Okay.
Star system charted.
Moving on up. Right now, we're a nice empire. We are authoritarian. That's because we're disciplined. The old Roman Empire really was centered around that idea. It was a virtue for them, and they held themselves just as accountable as they held everybody else. But eventually, we're going to have a change in mindset. And I don't know what will cause it. Maybe this group right here will declare war on us. They are slaving despots, and they have an overwhelming fleet power advantage over us right now. We can even ask to be their vassal. So whatever it is, there's going to be something living in these circumstances that drives us to a certain level of paranoia where we start to feel like every neighbor is a threat. And that's kind of how the real Roman Empire did things. All right, so I just took the supremacy thing. This is going to help us with Navy. And we're trying to work to here, and maybe we're trying to get the Great Game so that our defense platforms and starbase upgrades are 33% cheaper. And our starbase damage has increased 20%. That's really huge for the way that I play right now. And then getting master shipwrights, where ship build cost is reduced 10%, would be very good for us. And I'm hoping that we can get to those and we don't have to upgrade our fleet or Talcetti's defense station before we get attacked by these people, because they definitely think they're better than us. They believe that we are weak and in desperate need of leadership. We're going to take the research. We got an ocean world out here. So that's 2 planets total going in this direction. And I'm at 3 planets going in this direction so far.
Star system charted.
Construction ship. Okay, so I've got all of my research stations up. Now I'm going to begin expanding in this direction. I think it's more promising. Plus, we've got potential slaves up here. I really need to come up with some kind of a backstory idea of why slavery. It could be just as simple as they don't feel one way or the other about it. Might means right. I don't know yet. Because I'd like to do a future actual chronicle using this empire. And for that, I want narrative support for why our people think what they think. Oh, wait a minute. I've already got somebody doing that. All right, you need to come up here. Did you see the Nemesis DLC announcement yesterday? I just saw that a few hours ago, actually. It looks like destabilized galaxy, and there's going to be spy networks, and you can work to make it more destabilized, or you can play the other side and try and put it back together again, I guess. That does look interesting to me, and it's one of the reasons why I would really like to get through an entire playthrough at least once with the current iteration before I go get that. I've got one playthrough already, but I only made it to the mid game. I wasn't able to get past that. Let's see, what am I looking for here? Kitabriga, you can start building probably generator and ag. Let's start with ag. You know, I'm actually a lot like you, Iron. My natural disposition is to build up the energy credits. I only stopped doing that because I trusted Colors Fade Gaming, and he rank orders them minerals first, credits second, and food third. But he also almost exclusively plays robots and science. He hates spiritual, and so as far as I can tell. And so I think when you're playing robots, that's maybe what makes minerals king. So I'm thinking about prioritizing energy credits again, because that's kind of my natural thing. I've always believed the economy is specifically the currency. That's the oil to the war machine. Everything else you can do, it enables everything else. Let's see, what do I want here? Oh, this will remain here until okay, so I'm going to take this. Automated exploration protocols. So I think with this playthrough, I want to just forego what I have heard other people say and go with my instincts on
Star system charted.
How I prioritize and where I build things at what time. Like, I don't really want to specialize my planets too much early on. I think I just want to build what I need where I need it, wherever I can put it, and then later I'll reorganize. We have an energy surplus on Rome, plus 33% from energy credits for 36 months. That's pretty good. But whatever it is that's causing that causes the opposite also. So we're going to go through some pretty wild swings with our economy. Sagida needs housing district.
Situation log updated. Star system charted. Star system charted.
Okay, construction ship. You can get these built and then move on to here.
Star system charted.
Four, 4, 3, 4. Our science ship, leadership. So this guy's probably close. Yeah, he's close to level 4. Looks like we have a wormhole up here. Oh man, I don't know if you can look right now, but if you're able to, look at the screen. Check out this broken clock system. Tell me that's not impressive. We got a ring world in here with a neutron star sitting in the middle of it. And then we've got a planet out here with several moons. And there's a science, an event input for this. I don't see it here. But it came up with an event that told us these things are slipping in and out of a time dimension that defies the physics that we understand in our world. So I don't know, that could be like good or bad. We don't know if it's friend or foe, you know. But I thought that this system was just absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And we have a ring planet here. If we could ever stabilize this this system. Oh, there's more planet over. There's another planet and moon over here. Shrouded world. Yeah, see there. Oh, this one's not shrouded. This one's far enough out that it's in our time. But this one right here, this is slipping between two different time zones. I can remember as a kid in high school reading, I don't remember, I was doing some project. We were learning how to use microfiche at the time. That really dates me, man. We were learning how to use microfiche, and I looked up an article on quantum physics and how they were theorizing that if we could ever survive the travel through a black hole, that would be our key to time travel. Something that they had analyzed with how black holes work made these quantum theorist scientists believe that traveling through a black hole could get you into another, I don't know if it would be a parallel timeline or if it would allow you, like if you think of our timeline as linear, if it would allow you to travel back and forth on this timeline. But something I was like, I was in middle school actually, so I don't know, it's kind of neat. Is that a DLC thing? I've not seen it before. Yes, I think it is. It's not been released yet. They're just now beginning to advertise it. But I think it's going to be a DLC package. Kind of like the star exploration was. I don't remember what it's called, but that's what gave us a bunch of events when you go and explore the stars. That was a DLC also. So it won't just be a patch that you get a bunch of new stuff to be able to do. We'll get that patch. But in order to do a lot of that content, you're going to have to buy the DLC. That's the Paradox financial model. The end of a world while I haven't seen this before. Oh, that's because I have a mod loaded up called More Events. Low altitude survey flights. Back aboard, managed to decipher recorded transmission. Large parades are carrying debris through the streets accompanied by cheering masses until suddenly the atmosphere changes completely and panic spreads. Then the view is abruptly moved towards the darkening sky. Burning wreck draws a fiery line as it falls towards the ground. Before it reaches the surface, there are giant explosions all around. The video ends. Wow. I don't want to read all these. I want to save that for my official playthrough. Okay, we have basic strike craft now. Let's get coil gun. And on Rome, we need to build civilian industries. Okay. This science ship is level 4. I believe this is telling me this is a level 5 anomaly. So I'm going to have him go look at this project instead.
Anomaly found.
Let's see, research that. We should investigate the signal and track on map and research project. Okay. And then this science ship. Oh, you're done. Okay. This science ship, What level are you? You're level 4, so you can research this anomaly. These actually might be numerically counted. I don't know if they're anomalies. No, they're not. Those have to be the levels. This is a level 3. This is a level 3. This is a level 8. Here's a level 5. Apparently, atomic clock is vanilla, but I've never run into it. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever seen it. I have run into the time bomb thing. I think that's the atomic clock, where you can treat it as a bomb or you can let it continue on screen, but I've never run into this broken clock thing. Science officer managed to isolate weak signals somewhere deep inside atmosphere of Dagon. They've filtered it through our translation software on screen. We are the Death Wreck. Planet. I don't want to mess with them. I always thought that this whole thing was just a pain in the neck. Sorry, it would be too much of a hassle. Okay. They're really angry at us and they basically wish to curse upon us. So we'll see what kind of ramifications that has in the future. Let's see. You are level 4. What if I... What are you doing? Okay, you're gonna come to here.
Construction complete.
Amazing. You being level 4 will go get this area. And my construction ship can get all that. Arcadia needs let's go minerals. This place is good for mining and for food. Plus 20, plus 48, plus 40. Okay, I want food first. We don't want to spend anything on generators and on that planet because they've got good bonuses, like strong bonuses for mining and for agriculture. Okay, over here, this one will go ahead and build a generator district.
Star system charted.
Sorry, yeah, I looked up the wrong thing. Looks like it's part of the More Events mod. Think you said that. Yeah. Okay, so it is part of More Events. That's a new mod that I recently loaded up. I actually have a whole list of mods. Let me check that out for real quick. Stellaris Workshop. Your files, subscribed items. Well, I subscribe to the Senatus Populesque Romanus, which is a really cool, really detailed overhaul for a Roman Empire. But when we moved from 2.7 to 2.8, it created some minor flaws with that, and where you're missing some of the descriptor language. So I have that disabled right now. I have a mod called Carrying Capacity that completely revamps how growth works. It says basically when you're a low developed planet, your growth is like exponentially higher because you got all kinds of space. And then also as you populate the planet and you have more couples that can have babies, your growth rate increases exponentially up to a certain point where when you start getting close to the capacity of that planet, then your growth rate will automatically start to plummet. And so it just is a way of simulating how things would work real world, I think. I got a Roman's name list. I've got diverse rooms that just gives you more background options for you on the character screen, the way that the room looks. Neutral galaxy texture. The astronomical emblem pack is what gives me that SPQR symbol. Remastered human portraits is really nice. It makes the characters look so much better. Dynamic political events, more events mod, something called machine ships ship set, which is what I'm using for our ships. Dark UI, backgrounds and planet view, battle debris. This mod, ships destroyed in battle will usually leave debris behind. This is purely visual change meant to give large space battles and their aftermath a little more weight. Real space 3.7, real space color out of deep. That's a compatibility patch. Light borders, UI overhaul dynamic, and tiny outliner. That's what allows me to be playing in 4K, but to give text large enough for you guys to see. That was a major complaint in my first Stellaris playthrough, that the text was way too small because it was 4K. Beautiful Universe 2.0, Flags in the Void, gives me access to different borders for the flag. UI overhaul dynamic, I really love it. I think that the UI overhaul dynamic makes the UI so much better. Epic explosions, quadrant fix, and expanded colors. So those are all the mods I'm using. And right here, see, this is a difference in the UI border. It doubles things up. In some areas, it's smaller and more concise. I really like it a lot. Okay, unpause. And I think also the UI overhaul changes this to look like this. I'm not for sure, but I watch other people do Let's Plays and their screens are different and these take up more room and stuff, where my UI overhaul mod, I think, is it's really increasing the efficiency of everything. One job open, okay. Unpause. We're in 2220. Okay, we can now move into here, take overwhelming force. I want to prioritize getting to the defense platforms because that is the main part of my military strategy. Once I can start getting these built up, then we'll catch up to everybody in our military strength. We have learned eco simulation, food from farmers plus 20%. And we will follow that up with food processing.
Construction complete.
Okay, we have an enemy here that I'm waiting to take care of, so I will move in this direction.
Star system charted.
You can go up here.
Anomaly found.
Let's kind of role-playing this. Well, I could go either way. We're not super spiritual. We're like the lower level. We're not fanatical. So this world is eventually going to hold the mining, generator, and food upgrades. in the building slots. But for right now, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a temple up. And try and amplify our unity. I think that's going to be my standard operating procedure on all these colonies. The first thing that's going to go up is a temple. That means I really need to put one up on Rome also. Let's go ahead and do that now. You can't demand other people do things when you're not doing them yourself. It doesn't make sense from a narrative perspective. Okay. So we're building temples.
Star system charted.
We're going to use the bunker bot to boost our own research by 10% for X amount of months. Okay, the other thing I want to do is I want to name my districts after the planet names so that I can see where each planet is easily. Stand by, click OK, bring this back to center. Okay, we have a fledgling colony is always an opportunity for advancement for those with the ambition to seize it. Okay, a military man has stood up here. We could give him an advisory role. Plus 80% militarist ethics attraction. Or we could assign him as a planetary legate. Orbital bombardment damage negative 15%, army build speed plus 25, soldier jobs plus 2, happiness plus 5. Militarist ethics attraction is plus 150. If I did that, that basically makes... Where are you at, Catabriga? Which one are you? You're down here in Alpha Centauri. That means I would want to turn this place into a fortress world and put military academies and stuff like that here. Do I want to do that? Do I take that risk? I think I'm going to. The worst thing that can happen is that I simply can't afford to do that, or I have to wait in the future and repurpose it that way. So, that's going to be this.
Star system charted. Anomaly found.
Research that.
Construction complete.
Okay, the construction ship can build these mining stations and then build a star base.
Technology secured.
Okay, we got survey speed. Now I am going to go ahead and get the global energy management. What happened here?
Updated.
Okay, we have things that need to be explored with this this new site. This comes from the more events or the more politics, one or the other. Issue an investigation of this anomaly, yes. Oh no, we're under attack. The rift has formed some kind of portal. Ships of unknown design have begun to pour out of it. They are hailing us. Incoming message. We are the Vazurans. We made this galaxy hours long before your ancestors even left their pitiful caves. You will serve us or share the same fate as those who came before you. Know that you merely exist because we allow it, and should you dare to resist, you will end as we demand it. This is kind of the attitude that we're probably moving towards ourselves over a long period of time. So we can't really judge them too harshly. We can just basically be like, you know, come and get it. Who are you? You're masters. You do not need to know more. Okay.
Spaceport under attack.
All right. So where are they at? They're right here in Epsilon Eridaniae. They have raiders that are about 3,600 mil strength, which is far beyond what I'm able to handle right now. And they look really impressive. This looks like something you would see in EVE Online. Let's see if we can slow this down a little bit. Oh, we're in slow motion. Okay, there. Normal speed. It's a little hard to see.
Zero-G mining platform disrupted. Zero-G research output violently diminished.
Okay, now they're moving on to something else. We need to research that. Oh, here's the one that you were talking about, Iron. 42 years and 3 days. And then I always take it to bomb, destroy it. And I don't care what kind of civilization I'm playing. I don't trust that stuff.
Construction complete.
Okay, so these guys are just chilling here. Looking super cool and ominous. The Vazurans. Not sure what to do about them right now. They're way OP compared to us. Do they even show up? They don't show up on the list. Okay. My construction ship, where are you? Science ship. Let's go ahead and excavate here. And kick this back up to speed 3. So they basically just get to hang out there for as long as they want to. Oh, before I excavate. Research. 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 Gigantic skeleton, fascinating.
Star system charted. Technology secured.
Okay. We got the coil gun. We're not going to get robots, but I can get power skeletons. Oh, man. Mineral purification is more appealing to me. I'd rather get that.
Star system charted.
Okay, our friends down here, the Vazuvians or whatever, they're
Special
gone.
Project complete.
The hub. Several Carcharorian vessels seem to be welded together and placed in stable orbit around RES Obstinatio. This is our scientist. Okay.
Anomaly found. Anomaly found.
What kind of ethics are we looking at here? Xenophobic ethics plus 150%. Yes. That's what we're aiming for. Leave it there and study the star. Bring it up. Let's see what this thing is made of. I'm going to take that one. Sagita gets a temple.
Special project complete.
We'll look into it, the memorial. Mystery wrapped in an enigma. This is a famous phrase from Churchill. Very odd.
Star system charted.
Research that project. And we have the great game. That's what I was aiming for. Okay, now I've got 3,300 alloys. We're gonna go here and get all our defense platforms. Once those are up, these dudes ain't coming in. This was huge. Big move for us. We win.
Construction complete.
They really can't hope to attack us right now. We're going to be overwhelmingly strong at the point of attack. Arcadia, you get a temple. Construction ship. Build research. I'm not worried about observation. We're going to enslave that group of people. Build starbase. Okay.
Star system charted.
I do have to think about how I might do this in an actual playthrough. What would our... We haven't been attacked by these people yet. My idea is that we are neither pro-slavery nor anti-slavery. We haven't really thought of this. But we are cocky. We see ourselves as better. We're elitists. Do defense platforms have upkeep? I think they do. Where do I get that at? No, it looks like they do not. Let's double check. Let's look in ship designer. Power, hull points, armor, shields, evasion, speed, damage, and special values. Build time. Oh, here it is. Upkeep. Yes, they cost 2.36 credits and 0.45 alloys per month for each one. But what they give you, especially in this particular patch, strike craft are really overpowered for the early game. So if you use defense platforms with strike craft, what you get in return for what you pay, it's really, really worth it. Just watch this, Iron. Talceti Station, and watch the military power. Look up every now and again. I'll try to call it out whenever I see it in case you're not able to watch the screen all the time. But you're going to see this tick up to a sizable number based on in relation to where these navies are at right now. Look, like they're overwhelming. They won't be overwhelming anymore when we get to 20 of 20 on our naval fleet. And I'm telling you, we're going to be lucky to hit 1K mill strength initially, because that's where our tech is at. But this place right here, this Bastion, this thing will be sitting at like 2.6, maybe 3K worth of naval power. So it's a significant jump from what fleets can provide. Put this guy on automatic exploration. No, never mind. Take auto off. Go with this. We're already at
Star
1.5K.
system charted.
I bet he's only got 2 platforms up right now. This science ship can get that.
Special project complete.
Okay, research. You're level 5 now. I'm going to bring you back and research this anomaly, followed by this project. We're up to 2.1K on the Bastion. We still got 3 platforms to go.
Technology secured.
Okay, we got food processing finished. Let's go with the tile blockers. Maybe adaptive bureaucracy instead. We will gather these specimens.
Complete.
Okay, Rome needs to recruit 1 unit of assault army. Don't know if it is still a thing in a playthrough. A long time ago, I had a choke point with a strong station, and enemy fleet just went past without attacking. After that, I always add the anti-warp thing. Yes, that is the other key component. What you're talking about is
Anomaly found.
called FTL inhibitor, I think. And that's what forces them to have to face your station in there, in that system. Otherwise, they can do exactly like you talked about. They can just skirt the edges. It used to be when Stellaris first came out, you could build a space station anywhere in this system that you wanted to. It didn't have to be near the star. So what people would do is they would find a system like this with 1 entry point. And they would build their station right here, so that as soon as an enemy fleet showed up, they were already embroiled in a fight right off the bat. But that was way back when Stellaris first came out. Like, we're talking vanilla, pre-patch, nothing. It was just right off the shelf. And that went away after not too long. I don't remember when they patched that out. Okay, we're going to go survey this area. It never occurred to me to have strike craft on a defense platform. I will not forget that. Yeah, but back then you didn't have to follow the star lanes either. Yeah, that's... Well, I guess whenever I jumped in, you did. You did have to follow the star lines. And that's... Now, you had 3 options of how you moved around. One was hyperlane. Another was some kind of a warp where you could kind of jump from one system to another. And that was the asymmetrical one, where these hyperlanes didn't matter to you. But they were those techs were also harder to get. Investigate it further. Remarkable.
Construction complete.
Yeah, I think the hangar option on these platforms, I think that has not always been around. Also, I don't think point defense was available. I think it was light station, medium station, heavy station, and then there was a missile option. But now you have point defense and hangar sections. I don't know what patch those arrived in. I'm under the impression that it's not very long ago. Maybe not brand spanking new, but maybe 2.6 or 2.7. Let's backfill here. You chose at the start of the game from the 3 drive types. It wasn't a tech. Yeah. That's right. But wasn't there something? Maybe it cost more. I remember Hyperlane was one of the more practical options for early game. I just don't remember why. Maybe it was cheaper, or maybe you needed rare materials to activate some of the other options. I'm not really sure. Oh, we got our transport fleet. Okay, we're going to go meet new friends. Harabas 1, ye who are in the late medieval age. You're on an arid world. Arid preference, but they're extremely adaptable, plus 20% habitability. They're thrifty, jobs plus 25% trade value, so they would make really, really good clerks. They're militarist. They're slow breeders. That's not good. We'll have to genetically alter that once we're able to. And this one's really not good. They're unruly. Empire sprawl from pops plus 10%. So we'll want to edit that out as well.
Star system charted.
Let's see what. Oh, we have a new contact. They are xenophile, militarist, and materialist. So we are authoritarian and militarist. I am set up right now to have a peaceful initial contact and closed borders. And I do that because, as far as I know from Rome's history, they weren't out there to go after anybody. All that stuff happened later when they were attacked. And number 2, after they were attacked and they began to establish a rivalry with, I forget the name of the dominant Italian faction on the peninsula at the time. But after they had been attacked and repelled these guys once and had a few other skirmishes with them, Rome ran into a situation where they didn't have enough women. Now this is so far back in history, a lot of this it's mythology. We don't really know for sure what's true and what's not. But the idea is that they went and raided these people and took their women from them and made them their wives. And that's probably what sealed the rivalry, right? It became a blood feud at that point in time. And there's a painting called, I think it's called The Rape of Sabina. The name of the town was Sabina. So anyway, just saying that Rome didn't start out being all authoritarian and aggressive and tyrannical. They were sort of I'm not absolving them of anything. I'm just saying they were met with a series of circumstances, and at each circumstance they chose a certain path, and that's what led them down that road. We will send a ship at once. Posit. What are we going to research here? Let's grab blue laser. I think the jump... Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay, yeah. I think the jump types that didn't follow the lanes were limited in range from occupied systems. But I could be wrong. Whereas the drive types that followed the lanes could explore all over. Oh, okay, yeah. So I knew there was some kind of an incentive. Each one had its pluses and its minuses. I think the jump types that... Oh, that's a repeat. Yeah. Yep, I think you're correct. There was some kind of a rock, paper, scissors, you know, reward and malice approach to that. Talented general uncovered. Local general from Arcadia has impressed visiting Roman army officers with her leadership abilities. We could hire her for 150. We would get a level 2 general. Yeah. Or we can choose to have her affect the entire empire. Army starting experience plus 100, army build speed plus 30, but this would only last for 360 months. I want to hire her because I need a leader. Oh, doggone it, she's a general, not a captain. Here she is down here. All right. Well, that was a mistake. I should have had her affect the entire empire. Okay, unpause and let this roll forward. Build mining stations and then build starbase. 79 of 50.
Special project complete.
Orenthe secured. 1 specimen acquired. Okay. And now you can survey this system. And I want to know...
Special project complete.
Have you ever seen Rain? A Civil War engineering research. Okay, pause this. I want to know, have I already researched the Corvette thing and I just don't remember it? Because I've had to restart this playthrough a few times as I learn how to play this faction. Outpost science ship. I do not see it on here. So no, I have not learned it yet.
Anomaly found.
All right, if I put you on automatic exploration, there we go. Oh, and we have traditions available, ship build cost. Okay, well, I'm going to have to run with that. We're at 2.7k. Let's go ahead and make sure that we can build to our fleet max. 1.6k, 1.7. We can do it. Reinforce the fleet. We're starting to get a little low on our energy credits per month.
Tactical retreat.
Oh, we have enemies here. The Lost One, 390 military power, naval power. That's a neat looking ship. So that's a cruiser, I think. Yeah. All right. Well, once our navy's ready, we can go in and get it. Mysterious domes. Investigate dome complex.
Planetary invasion.
Oh yeah, subjugating primitives. To them, our weapons must appear like magic. Invasion is over. Now here, because I don't really dilly-dally with slave empires very much, I've gone with robots more often than not. So what do I do here? How do I manage this? I know that I need to get... Hold on. Okay, we can upgrade this building. I need, right off the bat, precinct houses. I have to repair this stability problem. The thing is, I don't have people to send. So, if I go over to population, there are 2 colonist jobs available, and I don't have anybody there. There's about to be 3, I think, enforcer jobs available, so I need a total of 5 human populations. I want to grow the Diri. This is their home world. I want them to grow here, and then I want to ship them off to other worlds in order to have them work the fields and stuff like that. Workers... Now, they are already enslaved. I want to set their rights because I don't want them to be chattel slavery. They are too good with energy credits. I need them to be clerks. So they are going to be slaves, but I want them to be set to domestic servants. Domestic servants that are not holding another job will be employed as servants, which increases amenities. They cannot perform ruler or specialist jobs with the sole exception of working as entertainers, which is perfect for what I'm wanting. They have neg 20% happiness, which is an improvement from the neg 30% happiness on chattel slavery, but they will lose that 10% resources from jobs. Cannot be employed in ruler or... Oh, you know what? Man, I'm really sorry, Diri, but you guys are going to remain as chattel slavery. That's exactly the category I want you in, and we're going to get plus 10% resource production out of you for it. Man, this stuff always gives me the willies, you know, talking about sentient creatures like this. But that's what we're going to run with. And so we have a lot of unemployed. Now, I'm not so interested in building this planet up. Although it's a nice place for generators. I am more interested in getting them spread out throughout my empire, so I want to resettle them. I'm having to talk my way through this. I'm just figuring it out. I want to bring them to a rural world. This should not be set to a rural world. Well, we're not going to specialize it yet. Arcadia is right now set to be an agri world. This mining district build speed plus 25%, miner output plus 20% versus agriculture, which is the same thing but for ag. Or we could go rural and you get a 5% resource output to all workers, 25% build speed to everything else. Okay. It's a 20 tile. I think Agra World is correct. Agra World is correct. Okay, so we're going to resettle to Arcadia. Oh, I can't yet because of the stellar culture shock modifier that they're experiencing right now, because they just got taken over by space magicians. Stellar culture shock, resources from trustability. How long does it last? 3,600 days. Wow. Okay. Unpause. All right, we need to roll forward then. Oh, you know what I need to do? For the time being, I need to put them under martial law. Okay, now I can disband this this unit, and okay.
Star system charted.
Tau Ceti Station is at 3,000 naval power.
Anomaly found.
Oh, snap. They declared war on us. Oh, no. They did not. They declared a rivalry. Okay, we will return the favor. Confirm. Okay. All primitive pops will get foreign occupation modifier, reducing their happiness by 10% for 5 years. This is merely a passing phase. Oh my goodness. We are definitely authoritarians. Ugh. All right. Fascinating.
Anomaly found.
Research it.
Construction complete.
Build mining stations. Okay. A representative of the militant faction from Erebos Erebos 1 has come forward claiming to have a possible solution to the ongoing tensions. There won't be any negotiations with primitives. Oh man. Time to rename your world, because our language is the one that will be spoken. Virium, Tartarus, or at least referenced. Let's call it Tartarus. Okay. Martial law, culture shock. Okay, so new scientist, or yeah, let's take the new scientist.
Star system charted.
A genius and an expertise in materials. Okay. Go back to tech. We're going to replace you with Octavius Proximus. Okay.
Construction complete.
How are we doing on housing? We're doing okay. If I built a temple here, pause. Amenities, society research. If I build this planet up, it's going to be for generator use. We'll put that up. And We'll replace the food district with a gin district. There we go. Okay.
Star system charted.
We got new tech. Adaptive bureaucracy. I don't do chemical bliss. We'll go with deep crust engineering. And automatic surveillance, or surveying, I should say. Turmoil in the galaxy. Oh, the Vazuran forces are raiding the Krithakan Star Coalition. Unrest terror. After a period of mounting tension, the unrest on Tartarus has resulted in terrorist action. How are these guys not under lock and key? I have martial law. I've enslaved their entire population. I guess I don't have enforcers on the island right now. That's probably what it is. And I disbanded my military unit. While casualties and property damage were minimal, faith in the Roman Star Empire's ability to protect its citizens has been shaken. That's not good. Governing ethics attraction negative 33%. Ugh. You guys are causing me grief. All right.
Technology secured.
And we have mineral purification now. Zero-G refineries. You need armies there. Okay. We'll land 5 platoons and see what that does. That makes sense to me. I'm just not sure if it works that way for the mechanics. Is that something that
Anomaly found.
you're like using common sense and saying, you need to bring armies in, or do you know it from game experience? Like, you need to put armies on there and leave them there for a while. Criminal syndicate. Xenophile and fanatic militarist. We will fight for our right to exist. Who vetoes Zeon? They have several planets. Oh no, that's these guys. Okay, equivalent. And these dudes are superior, equivalent. Over here, everything's equivalent. Okay. And our naval unit can be upgraded.
Construction complete. Vessels upgraded.
And immediately attack whatever force, that cruiser that's in Fidel. Okay, we have Oh, we need to upgrade this, but we have one unemployed worker here that I'm going to resettle over to Tartarus. And same thing right here. And that should take care of our rulers. Job, administrator, stratum, ruler. Produces the happiness thing. What is that? It's not happiness. It's amenities. Ships in orbit helps too, I think, from experience, but haven't played in a while, so could have changed. They said they don't feel safe. That is usually because you have no army or ship in orbit, and it's a newly taken world. Okay, and you know, all of that makes sense. All right, so transport fleet is not ready yet. Tartarus is now at 54% stability. We do need 3 specialists. Let's see. These guys are egalitarian, militarist, and materialist. Where are they? Is that... It's right here. Everything's equivalent. Okay.
Attacking enemy vessels.
Okay, it's on like Donkey Kong. Let's find out what happens here. That dude got jacked up. I don't think we lost a single ship. We did not. Issue special project boarding the cruiser. Click to view and situation log. We're currently ranked 5th. Which one are you? What are you called? Boarding the cruiser. Investigate fossil, subspace, alien. Oh, it's going to be in here. 1 transport ship. Okay. So, these guys. You can RTB. And actually, you can come down here and knock these guys out.
Technology secured. Anomaly found.
Pause. Okay, research. Grab the transport fleet. And research that project. Okay. Construction ship is not done constructing. Oh, we have learned the blue laser. And now we will grab moat stabilization and also finish out the expansion tree.
Star system charted.
Auto exploration.
Special project complete.
As our forces boarded the ship, they were greeted with a gruesome sight. There were bodies of multiple species, some of them even of our own. Although they plainly should have been dead, they were stumbling around and attempted to defend the ship. It appears that they are still propelled by extensive neural implanting that kept them going even after death. Oh, they're zombies? Fighting all the way through, our boarding party made their way to the ship's bridge. Some data from the flight computers was still usable. It indicated that the ship's faster-than-light tech had experienced major problems, similar to those we eliminated before we even left our home system. Tampering with ship systems appears to have triggered some kind of self-destruction sequence, causing the ship to vaporize moments after our boarding crew returned. Wow. Onward to answers. We should explore it. With the data we collected, we can identify the presumed home system of the mysterious Karkarorian. We should explore it to discover what happened to them and uncover their connection to our own species. That's neat. Okay, Sagita, you are going to resettle to Tartarus so that we can start having enforcers. 5 unemployed. I need to resettle them. How come? You became a soldier? Yeah, but there's a specialist job open. You should have filled that slot. Job is already at max possible priority. There we go. Okay, she's an enforcer now. I don't know where these soldier jobs are coming from. Huh. Okay. Well, our transport fleet can move up here and land armies.
Anomaly found.
Alright, meanwhile, this science ship over here can survey the system.
Star system charted.
And I need to move Pops off this planet to, is it Arcadia? Yeah. Oh, I can't. Yeah, I have to wait for that malice to go away. Investigate Sigma aliens, okay. I was looking to prioritize food here initially. Just FYI, the stream drops for a few seconds just then. Ah, okay. I might be experiencing a little bit of fluctuation in internet. Within the borders of the Great Rathlix Union. Oh no, man. We're taking on a battleship. Cultist fleet destroyed. Okay, you guys can now RTB. You need to be reinforced, and you're going to have to upgrade as well.
Construction complete. Star system charted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 6, 7,
Anomaly found.
8.
Star system charted. Star system charted.
I am thinking that I'm just going to keep my borders where they're at right now. And we will establish our defense platforms and just sit back here and get strong. I need you to build a starbase here and survey that system. Meanwhile, you can begin excavating this site. Catabriga, you can upgrade. Replace you with a generator district. And I think maybe convert you to industrial. We can try for that. You are not going to be an rural world. You're going to be a forge world, I think. Now, I don't know if I can specialize this early or not, but I'm trying to at least get set up with sort of an idea. So that gives me an empire capital, an industrial world, an agro world, a forge world. And Tartarus is working as a rural world. That's really a grow bed. And then we've also got 1, 2, 3 other planets we can eventually get a hold of. I may need to expand a little bit. It's going to be, I think, relatively important to get a bureaucratic world, and we need a tech world. Now, Rome can specialize in something, but the thing is, you can't. No, Rome needs to be a catch-all, probably. As you can't get the bonuses that specializing a world will allow for. $1,600 days left. Terror victims. Resilient trait has been gained.
Vessels upgraded.
I did land 5 armies on here, and it looks like all of that crime went away pretty rapidly. We might need 1 city section. Receiving transmission. Zuracorp. Okay, we can go to them for strategic resources. Well met. Segida, let's put up another generator. Okay, the Karkar event chain is going. Research.
System charted.
Research project. What do things look like here? Yeah,
Technology secured.
that's a lot of research going on. All right, tech research, 0G refineries. And we can follow up with maybe rare crystal. Actually, Starhold is pretty critical to my strategy, so we'll jump to that.
Special project complete. Special project complete. Tactical retreat.
We need to come attack these guys to clear this out, because I think there's a planet sitting here, if I remember right from an earlier go-through that I did. Again, this is all just practice. Where did you tactically retreat from? Oh, up here. Something woke up. Whoa, 7.6K. Where's my scientist? Right here. Oh, gotta go here to get away? This scientist's probably dead.
Recon and research vessel
Yeah.
under attack.
That's a tough break. So we got 7,000 worth of naval power in here. It's going to be a little while before I can break that down. What a fatty system? I don't know what that means. What kind of build you doing? I'll show you. I'm trying for authoritarian, militarist, spiritualist. So the idea being to kind of stay away from robots and go with slave labor and use the genetic modification ascendancy. Fatty, as in a really nice system. Ah, okay. Yeah, it's worked out. Well, some of these events are coming from the more events thing, and that's giving us access to more systems. So that's probably a plus up from the base game. It makes things a little easier. Genetic ascendancy is my favorite. Oh, is it? Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I have a little bit more experience with robots, but I've never really been past the mid game. So, oh man, we wiped them out. Okay, so you guys can RTB. And we'll continue with working on expansion now. Not sure if you can do it in combat, but you can maybe transfer a scientist to the pool if it looks like they are going to die. Yeah, you can do that. I don't do it because it's kind of cheesy, but it's an exploit that you can do. Is it possible to learn such a power? Speculative hyperlane breaching. Ah, okay. And we have the Fidel system now. Tartarus is, well, the stability is lowering, it seems, but here pretty soon when we transfer some pops off this planet, I think things are going to get better. And I need to eventually drop the martial law. Deep crust engineering is learned. Fleet combat. I think I'd rather have the tile blocker clear.
Star system charted. Construction complete.
Okay, so a few things. One, our construction ship. I want to come down to here. Then two, I need one of my science vessels. Oh, how did you get on the other side, hombre? Are you even able to get back? No? Let's disband you. Come over here to Sol Station and we will construct a science ship. Arcadia, you can upgrade. You're an agro world, so I'll put the food processing plant down. I think we can handle the criminal problem because I have like police state in my ethics. So I think we'll gain stability back pretty quickly. Yo, homie, I'd personally recommend focusing down one tradition tree to get those ascension perks quickly, mainly the technological ascendancy perks, so you can get 10% research and higher chance for rare techs. This, Saxon, this is the first time I've ever tried this. And it's based on what the circumstances were. But I'm straight up saying, yeah, this is obviously not the most efficient path. But the idea was I wanted to be able to get colonization fever from planet number 1. So I had to go into this tree and grab this first. And then I wanted to get the pop growth speed. Now, once I got those two, the idea was jump over to discovery and increase that survey speed. And then because I'm doing kind of a defensive oriented build and I am right next to slavers, these are slaving despots, then I wanted to really amp up my ability to create strong defense platforms, but those things are expensive as all get out. And I didn't have very good alloy production. So that's when I went into this tree to get down to here. And then I went ahead and grabbed master shipwrights so I could build my navy up to 20. So the whole idea was get the perks that I need, prioritize the perks for the early game, and wait on the ascension perks. Because now that I've gotten all of these accomplished, what will happen is I'll fill these trees out relatively quickly and go bam, bam, bam on the ascension perks. So they come later, but they come quick, is the theory. But I really don't know if it's going to work out that way or not, because as my empire sprawl increases, I think my speed here slows down. So I'm just trying to illustrate that I 100% get what you're saying, and that could very well be right, but I wanted to show what my thinking was and see if you think that that's viable, or do you still think, no, it doesn't stand up to the strategy of just focusing down one tree at a time. What's your take on that? Because like I said, I've never done it this way before.
Anomaly found.
It might be viable. Doesn't hurt to try. Yeah. See, and that's what I'm going with. I'm just experimenting. You just got to make sure you can keep up with Unity. Okay. Yeah, and as a spirit-driven empire, spiritualist empire, I kind of thought I might be able to do that. I have been building temples. Oh, look, the Kirithakan Star Coalition is starting to put claims in. Okay, this science ship can be... Let's grab her. Maybe we can get her another level. And we will go survey here and survey here. And I think that's going to reveal another world.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, you shouldn't struggle too much with it as spiritual. Okay. Sweet. I feel like I finally logged enough hours in this game, even though they're almost all exclusively early game hours, to where I'm starting to get a feel for how to do some things, and I can react to the specific circumstances I'm seeing rather than going with cookie cutter ideas. And I mean, we'll see if it really, there's any truth to that, but I'm happy that I've reached a certain comfort level with this game. We do have a criminal underworld going on here. 151 days left. We could... I wonder if ending martial law... There should be something with crackdown on criminals that comes up here eventually. And I have 5 military armies. Well, it looks like I only have 2. The others must be in orbit. Oh no, there they are, Legio. Yeah, so they're on planet. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay. Pause it. I should be able to resettle now. I'm going to resettle them to Arcadia. One of them apparently has to stay here. Okay, now if I go to Arcadia, once you get some research up, you should be able to get better precinct buildings to help with that crime. Okay. Yeah, that'll certainly be beneficial. All right, we have 1 specialist unemployed and 2 workers. So I'm going to build another ag district. Okay. And since you're going bioascendancy, you should get it fairly quickly since that's down society tree. Oh, sweet. Good, good, good. Okay. Tartarus. We're down to 2% crime now. I need to remember that I need to send 2 humans to here. Okay, unpause, let this roll forward some more. Smuggler activity, all right. Something we gotta live with. Also, what's the name of the mod that makes your UI that compact? Because I need it. Yeah, I love this mod. Absolutely love it. Let me look it up real quick. I want to make sure I get the name right for you. Stellaris Workshop. I'm alt-tabbed right now. Subscribed items. Well, dark UI gives it the coloring, but the one that you're looking for, I believe, is called... The reason I'm telling you dark UI is that might be part of it, so maybe take a look at that one. But UI Overhaul Dynamic and Tiny Outliner version 2. That's the whole name. The and is a plus sign. So there are actually two mods. One is Tiny Outliner version 2 for the outliner, but for the UI, it's UI Overhaul Dynamic. And then if you end up wanting to use both of those, the version of UI Overhaul Dynamic is the one called UI Overhaul Dynamic plus Tiny Outliner V2. And that'll set you up with everything you need. It's a must-have for me. I don't ever play Stellaris without it if it's an option. I've never seen it get broken by a patch either, so I just use it all the time. Moat harvesting traps. Here, this is absolutely required. FTL inhibition, Iron Bucket. This is the one that you were talking about. This is what's going to make them have to face our defense platforms instead of skirting around the edge. Okay, Sagita. Oh, you know what? I can send this specialist to Tartarus, and he will become an enforcer. No. She will become an enforcer. Let's make sure that it happened that way. Hey, Buxy Cat. Good morning, man. How are you? 2 of 3. Yes, it did happen. I'm just tooling around here, Buxy. It's a version of the Roman Star Empire that I made, and I've actually started and restarted this map a few times as I've learned stuff. I've been at this kind of all day, honestly, and at some point in time, maybe an hour ago or so, I just thought, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not listening to anything in the background or anything like that, so why not just stream it? So I decided to get online. Ancient Battlefields. Paradox Records. All right. And we can fill out our first tradition tree finally and grab technological ascendancy. Surprised to see you on at this time. Yeah, I haven't gone to sleep. So, I just kind of rock around the clock. I was telling Iron Bucket earlier, I can't even say I have a sleep schedule anymore. It's just been sort of shifting around the clock. Right now, what's been going on is I sleep in spurts. I take naps. They're long naps, 3 or 4 hours, and then I'll wake up and I'll tool around for a little bit and then I'll go take another nap. Usually it's me at 3 a.m. Yeah. Yep. Research. That is correct. Normally it is, you guys. At the time that I'm normally streaming, it's about 3 in the morning for y'all. Arcadia has a specialist. Don't risk the altercation. Tartarus still has room for one more. Yes. Okay, so was it Arcadia? Yes, resettle this specialist over to Tartarus, and he will become an enforcer. There we go. Sleep in spurts. Yeah, I gotta pee every few hours too. Still here, Iron. Oh man. So we're definitely starting to reap the benefits of having our human leadership in place now, including, and Iron helped, he clued me in on this, including bringing our legions over here to establish security. So we're still suffering criminal enterprise, but that's all going away. We're trending towards stability. Let's build another generator. I'd go ahead and build up those districts so you can have employed workers. That's a good planet for an energy focus. Yep, exactly. In fact, I think I need to specialize it into a generator world. I'd build 3 to 4 if you can afford it. Oh, really? Just right off the bat? There we go. Okay. And scientist has died. We have an engineer available. Do we have, how about you? Replace you with you. What were you even doing? Oh, probably on your way to excavate this site. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't take upkeep until pops start working it. Except that 1 energy, but that's not much. Okay. That's helpful. Thank you for the explanation. Those are the little things with the mechanics that I kind of wonder about, you know. Inspiration or delusion. There may be something to this. Nothing but crazed gibberish. No, we should always go investigate. Continue. Oh no, I think this is the one that has all kinds of traps in it. There's a very good chance this dude's gonna get killed eventually. I think this is the one that has a bunch of traps loaded in it. I'm here, but I can't watch the stream. I just get the loading circle if I click on live. Oh man, I'm sorry, Iron. And once all your pops have jobs, crime shouldn't be a problem as much. Oh, good. Okay. Where's my construction ship? Okay, you're already on the move. Let me take a look at my stream health. My stream health says it's good. I don't suppose you've tried to refresh your page, have you, Iron? Because it may be that I lulled out. I had a break in connection. And then on my end, it came back up, but on your end, it remained broken. It just started working again. Okay. Stream is fine for me, Iron. No buffering at all. Try Control F5. Do you have an idea on what your first megastructure is going to be? No idea at all, Saxon. I have never been that deep into the game. I mean, I've had territories that I found megastructures, but I do not know. I do have a basic idea that this society is going to go from being neutral on the idea of xenophobia to being extremely xenophobic, and maybe I will eventually purge. So I might want a planet killer. Whatever would help with that. Wreckage cargo returned. Okay, so we gained a favor on them. And their opinion of us has increased by 20. Whatever buys us time, because we're eventually going to go visit you. And we're going to pour some of your own medicine down your throat. One of my scientists died. Okay. I'm using VPN at the moment because I'm working, so that may make it worse than for most people. Ah, yeah, it could.
Star system charted.
Construction ship, science ship. Go with construction, build these up, and then go grab this moat. And a science ship. What do I have you do next? Research this project. Make sure you keep an ascension slot for the Colossus project then, so you can get one of those cool planet killers. There's a few cool weapons you can get for them. My favorite is the neutron sweep weapon, because instead of blowing up the planet, you just kill everything on it and make it an empty world perfect for colonization. That's the dream right there. For what I want to do with this empire right here, that's the dream. Well, I need to make sure I remember this. Neutron sweep weapon. All right. I decided to fix the dodgy keyboard on my laptop by buying a MacBook Air. No kill like overkill. Oh, Buxy, I like your humor, man. You have a great dry wit humor. All right, we need a city district here. And Arcadia needs more ag districts. How am I looking on my economy? We're doing okay. Starting to hurt in consumer goods. It'll be a week or two buying direct from Apple. Ah, okay. There's also the elusive Carcosa. Perhaps it's time to find a more suitable Roman for the job. Our investigation on Sagita did not yield any results. Odd reports from Arcadia. Several colonists claim to spot a mysterious creature that they say matches our summary of the notes on the elusive Carcosa. But when comparing reports, none seem to match in either appearance or behavior. Arcadia's scientific director swears that he double-checked each sighting himself. The only possible conclusion is a severe oversight by all personnel involved. Oh, man. All right. And this science vessel can probably go assist in research now. Okay. There's also another ship you can get, and it goes really well with the Colossus. It's called the Juggernaut. I've heard the Juggernaut mentioned. And it's pretty much a mobile shipyard with tons of hangar bays that can repair and build ships. Oh, wow. So that sounds kind of like a carrier. Of course, there are carriers already, so this thing's going to be ginormous. Everyone up to date with The Expanse? Not me. I think I'm one season back, but I don't have any plans to watch it anytime soon. So if you want to talk, don't worry about spoilers is what I'm saying. Not from me. We'll see what everybody else says. Get the fleet ready. Hey, you know what? I think maybe I might have seen the last one that I watched, Buxy, is the one where I forget his name. The big strong guy. He's been at odds with this dude throughout the series, and at the end this dude finally loses it because this guy is a combat oriented guy also, and they had to go and help these people on a planet on the other side of the ring systems And anyway, they got into a fight. Like, the other guy went ahead and decked our dude, and our dude smiled and said thank you, and that weirded this guy out. And then that's how it ended. You just knew he was about to just completely destroy this guy. Yeah, Amos. And I don't know if that was the last season or the one before the last season. Subspace rift is forming. Oh no, man. Yes, that's season 4. Okay, so that's season 4 is the last season. Sensor stations in the CAF system report that a new subspace rift is forming. Our fleet has already been put on high alert. We should prepare for the worst. Yeah, but if these are those Vespasian guys, we can't match them, man. They're super strong. Where's the CAF system at? CAF is right here. Here's the subspace rift. Man, it's pretty.
Construction complete.
The portal has formed and hostile forces have been confirmed moving towards our colony. This appears to be another one of their raiding fleets. Protect the colony. There's no protection against these guys. They're at 3.5k. Man.
0G construction vessel destroyed. 0G mineral production violently diminished.
Yeah, he took out my construction ship. Okay, I think he's just gonna chillax right here until he decides to leave again. But look at these ships, man. They look like something out of EVE Online. So we need our Navy to catch up in a bad way. All right, more traditions. Well, normally I would get these 2 trees filled out first and go with this one. I think I'm going to continue going that route. Fleet command increased. Let's go ahead and take the naval capacity. Okay. I enjoyed season 4 more on second watch. Just finished season 5, which I liked more. Okay, season 5's the latest. Oh no! At least he's just staying in that one system. Yeah. Yeah, so let's see, where's my science ship? You can... Is this done? Is it? Am I down a scientist? Yes, I am. Okay. Oh, I have to recruit a newbie. Archaeology excavation speed. I guess we'll go with that. Best of luck, Dr. Kapumiana. Excavate site. Season 6 is the last. Okay. Are you playing alone, offline? Yeah, I am, Vport. Vport this. Are you making sure to specialize your planets, like building mainly one type of building per planet, like your Forge World, for example, Sagidia, mainly alloy foundries? Yeah, I'm trying to do that. This early in the game, I am willing to kind of put up what I need when I need it, wherever I need it, wherever I have space. But I'm trying to stick to specialization. Single player? Yeah, yes, I am. I am single player. I'm learning this game. I've had the game for a long time, so I'm trying to... I know the early game fairly well, but the mid game and late game I'm pretty inexperienced with. Archaeological, mysterious ruins, investigate it. Okay. Site pending. Go on. There we go. Okay, now I have all kinds of influence to spend, so I want to claim these systems, and I want to claim up to a point that I can have a bottleneck. So maybe to here. Well, once I pass this point, it covers both branches, so I could cut here, and I could cut here maybe. Let's try for that. Oh, wait. Not that one. Let's take this one. Oh, and you. Okay, so that would make me put up a station here and put one here. If I advanced further, we're talking about having to get all of this up to this point, and then I wouldn't want to neglect that either. So I think this is a good stop point for right now. As far as these claims. Make claims. That's going to upset them. I fear that we are rapidly approaching the limit of what can be accomplished through diplomacy, Romans. It may soon become necessary for the Krithakian Star Coalition to, whatever, come after us. Okay, I have 33 naval capacity. I don't have a destroyer yet. And that's not quite enough to make a second fleet of 20. If you can, just claim the planetary systems so they'll capitulate when you win. I heard something I found interesting. The saying, Jack of all trades but master of none, has an ending to it, oft better than one. Oh. Yeah, nobody ever says that. It puts a different spin on it, huh? Saxon. I guess I'll do that in the future. But what I get concerned about is getting pieces of space that I have them backfilled in, and I get cut off from my own empire and stuff. So I've been doing it in a way where I make sure I get up to cut points. And then I just eat them away slowly, one bit at a time. Okay, so I had mentioned to you that I do specialize, but there's also other buildings I put on most planets. Like most planets will get a temple. Most planets, I learned this one from Colors Fade Gaming. I don't know if it's the right way to go or not, but it made sense to me. Most planets will get one of each type of rare resource refinery. So that's 3 blocks right there reserved for them. And if I do that, I shouldn't, according to him, I should never have a problem with rare, I don't know what to call it, rare materials. Commerce buildings go on some planets if they're inside the trade circle. So, but I try to make the bulk of things be whatever it is that they're specialized for. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought him back again is interesting too. Stream won't stay on live for me and keeps stopping, so think I will give up. Good luck, guys. See you next time. Okay, Iron Bucket. Have a great day, man. I will see you around. That might work. I usually just dedicate planets to rare resources. So I usually have specific planets for motes, gas, etc. Yeah, a refinery planet. Usually habitats for that. Habitats for refineries? See, I've never put up a habitat before. I thought that was just for living. For people to live in. Probe the crystal. Okay. Well, no matter what, I feel pretty safe because this is so strong. at 3K that whenever I bring my fleet in to supplement it, I tend to just tear up anything that the AI can send at me right now. So even if they declare war, we can just sit here and let them slam their bodies against our castle walls, and we should hold them off, and we'll win the war that way. What else am I looking for here? I need a constructor ship. A new constructor ship. There we go. There was no planet here. I thought there was going to be a planet here. Yeah, because if you build habitats over resources, you get extras of those districts. So if you put a habitat on a moat resource, you get 2 practically free resource deposits for moats. Wow, nice trick. Without that 12 mineral upkeep. Man, habitats sound really good. Archaeological site finished. What did we get? Minor artifacts, and I don't really care about psionic theory. It would go well with a Spirit Empire, but I want to do the bio thing. And since you can really only do 1 ascendancy, then I'm gonna skip the psi stuff. I don't know what to do with this guy. I don't really need him to assist research anywhere right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, those guys disappeared. Okay, so I can come here and research this, and then research this. And I can also tell my construction ship to build all the mines here and build here. Oh, and it looks like I have to get everything here again because this is another place they showed up at. They destroy wherever they go. They destroy everything. They are destroyers. Habitats are really strong. I also recommend getting at least 1 black hole system before mid-game, so you can get a matter decompressor megastructure for 3,000 plus minerals. Oh, okay. Do I even have a black hole in my system? Dun 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 dun. The coolest thing I have right now, I'm just going to show you guys this. This broken clock system. Look at how phenomenal that thing is. This is a ring world. And then this planet is shrouded because right now it's within my space. But it shifts between time dimensions along with this moon. And then we've got this neutron star sitting right here in the middle. I just think that's a really pretty, amazing looking site. Fossil investigation. Okay. Looking to see if I have a black hole. Is this a black? No, I don't think so. No. Magnetar. It should just be a spiral. Okay, so I'll have to... I'm sure I'll come across one later in the game as I expand. Grim, you ever see those YouTube videos where an expert on the subject analysis scenes from films for accuracy? Saw a good one yesterday on sieges. Throw their bodies against our castle walls would say, dig a ditch. Nice. Or moat. That a natural ring world or constructed? It pre-exists us. It's part of the more events mod, I think. And so it's just there, but it sits within this cloud, and this cloud is causing some sort of shift between 2 timelines, if I understood the event correctly. So I don't think we can do anything with this until we find a way to address this. Like any ship that got close to here would just be absolutely ripped asunder. Although this seems to be doing okay. But anywho, man, that's crazy looking. It's like the opposite of a black hole. It's throwing stuff out. So we'll see. All right, let's continue forward. Sagita has an unemployed pop. I'm doing okay up here now, so we're going to go ahead and throw up an alloy foundry. That station just doesn't care about the time warps. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like, I think the game just simply constructs it there. We're going to have to use our imagination a little bit on that one. All right. 3,600 alloys. I don't really need to build up any other stations. This is really the only threat. I would maybe like to move out to here, which would get us access to one rare resource, a very minimal amount of trade, a couple dig sites, and a planet. Oh, here's 4 more trade. But I don't know. I'm squeamish on that. Part of me says just stay right here. Just stick. Get strong. Build up. Eventually I'll get terraforming or habitability and I'll be able to inhabit these. There's a question I would have for you, Saxon. Hold on. Death of a Great Roman. Do we want to build a monument? Military ethics attraction. On Catabriga, an industrial world, yeah, we want to do that. We're going to suffer production 50% penalties to production values, but this world doesn't really produce. It's not set up for that. It's going to be specialized as an industrial world. Interesting development. Okay, so the question I was going to ask you, Saxon, is if you go with biodiversity and habitability, my understanding is that those are long-term plans that take a while to build up to. Should I still take terraforming? Because I will likely get terraforming pretty early, and I can turn these 2 planets into continental planets. I'm just not really. I mean, I guess I could do whatever I want there, but I kind of wonder what do most people do with that? Okay, hold on, I have to pause it. I don't know if that thing says stay the F away or come claim me, bruh. Gotta be ancient tech if it pre-existed. Buxy Cat, I 100% agree. I was talking about that earlier. Like, is this thing friend or foe? Like, I don't really know if we should even be messing with that. Saxon says, I'd upgrade that station orbiting broken clock. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because those little ring-looking things are trade value. And if you have them upgraded stations near them, that's free energy. Oh, you went a different direction with that than I was thinking. I was thinking I should upgrade it because we don't know what might come out of here. But let me read what you said again. Those little ring-looking things are trade value. Oh, there's 5 trade here. I see. And if you have upgraded stations near them, that's free energy. Okay. Yeah, I will eventually put up. This is how I do it, Saxon. I build stations dedicated to trade. So I work off of a baseline of 4. That's 4 slots filled with trade. So if I put right here, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, of course. So this, a trade station right here would cover all of this. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. It would cover Broken Clock. 1, 2, 3. It would cover all of this. It would cover my entire empire up to Broken Clock. Then whenever I eventually upgraded it to 6, we start grabbing these, and then 8, and that's the last 2. So this is actually a really good place to put it. Yeah, I'd for sure get terraforming. That way you can get those early. Okay. Will do. Your station in Rome already is snagging those 4. Yeah, but I want Rome to be dedicated as a shipyard. So I'll reconfigure Rome to be a shipyard, because Rome has such a good, it's one jump away from both my bottlenecks. And then Erai. So actually what I want to do is I want to cancel this. And then eventually I'll need a place dedicated to hangar bays to provide trade protection. And I want to upgrade right here. There we go. All right. We have 3 unemployed here. 3 unemployed. I have good housing. I'm working on building generator districts here right now. Build 2 more. I can clear the blockers also. Okay. Things are starting to look good here. We have 5 open jobs. And the tech that we just learned is planetary resurfacing. Well, having reduced empire sprawl would be nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do that, but I don't want to go down the psionic line, but I don't want to go down the robot line either, and I still take the exosuits.
Technology secured.
Okay, we got the FTL inhibition. Oh, new messages. And another perk of getting terraforming is you can build ecumenopoli, which are really good for alloys, research, energy, housing, and consumer goods. Yeah. Okay, so terraforming allows for that, huh? Because I've never built one of those, and I want to. I want, for example, this Forge world will eventually have so many people employed during doing alloys and the few other things that I have, like a temple, that I won't have room for any of this. It'll be all city districts. And I think when you're all city districts, that's when you receive a decision option to convert to an ecumenopolis. Oh, I need a governor. Food, clear blocker, clear blocker. I'll take the food. Pretty much turns your planet into a city world, yeah. So don't use it on your food planet, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. I would. Yeah, so my example was good. I would use it on a place that I'm specializing for the building slots, but not on a place that I'm using for the planetary slots. That would be really bad. No, like ecumenopoli, make it to where you can build forge districts. Oh, okay. Not just the buildings. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. I understand that. Okay. Oh, whoops. We have barrier point defense, maybe. Hyperdrive 2. I think this gives me more speed. Oh, wait. No, I think it lowers the time that it takes to enter into hyperdrive. Well, technically, I like to go with the lower ranked one. I'll do that. Okay. Oh, shoot. Empire Capital needs housing. Also, we're doing good on everything here, so my Empire Capital, I want to make these generators. And we're one pop away from reaching 40, and then I'll put down the thing that improves our generator production. Ecumenopoli are the stronger form of the planetary reconstruction compared to hive world or machine worlds. So normal biocivs get the one singular advantage to the all superior hive minds. Ah, okay. I usually like to focus my main world to research buildings so I can get really fat research speed. I was kind of wondering about that, and the thing that caused me to wonder is I know that I can make a world into a tech world, and I get a bonus from that. Neg 20% researcher upkeep and plus 25% researcher lab build speed. So I was wondering, what do I do with Rome? With the capital world, because you can't specialize it. Do I make it a hodgepodge of things? Do I one time I went with all commercial, which probably sounds like a terrible choice, but man, it was kicking out an awful lot of trade power because of that. And commercial is the one area that you can't specialize. So I was kind of wondering about that, but I guess what you would do, because I hear a lot of people, it's very popular to stack it with research buildings. And then you would get a second planet and specialize that into research. Is that what you normally do? Because I've also toyed around with the idea of doing the bureaucracy. But again, the specialized world for bureaucracy is really actually pretty nice, I think. Pop ethics shift chance reduced by 20%. Admin capacity from bureaucrats is increased by 2, and their job upkeep is reduced by 10%. That increased by 2 seems pretty stout to me. So anyway, those are things that just kind of I've wondered about, you know.
Special project complete.
Diplomatic insult. I love these. The Roman Star Empire is a nation of fools, worthy of nothing but contempt. All right. Plantoids versus Necroids. A game, huh? Oh, Plants versus Zombies. That's funny. Global Defense Grid is researched. Okay.
Technology secured.
I don't ever use it, but all right. And then this science ship. Research right here. Regenerating molluscoid. Hearsay surely. Okay. I usually have 2 planets for research, 1 for bureaucracy, 2 to 3 for alloys, 2 to 3 for energy, 2 to 3 for minerals. 1 for each rare, and the rest are just city or hive planets just for my excess pops to run amok. Okay, that's a good formula. Thank you.
Construction complete.
It gives me a pattern, you know, that I can kind of aim for. Ignore them. They'll grow tired of this trend soon enough. Distracted population modifier added for 4 months. Establish an information quarantine and discourage further reports. What is it? A metaphorical gold fever has gripped our population as the paradoxical nature of this creature becomes steadily more apparent. Something has to be done about this, and quickly. They always look individualized. So they're kind of like, I just blanked on the word. The lizard that changes colors. Chameleons. Maybe they're kind of like chameleons. Coordinate civilian and government efforts to find this creature. It'll cost us minerals. An infiltration attempt. Put all units on high alert. That's our military response. We must exorcise these visions of demons. Fearful populace. This is a spiritual response. Let's go with the authoritarian. The matter of this mythical being has to be put to rest once and for all before something drastic occurs. Our scientists have prepared several special projects to investigate the most credible sightings across our empire in order to either prove or deny its existence once and for all. Okay, so we now have... Well, we have excess here. Okay, we have projects that need to be studied. Skill 2 or higher. Track on the map, because that's where I'll send our science vessel after he's done checking this area out, whatever project was out here. Go ahead and research that, and 96 months. I don't think I can afford to go ahead and dedicate 96 months to that yet. I'll just put up with the nuisance right now. We do not have border access. Okay. All right. Saxon says, I don't usually worry too much about the bureaucrats because empire sprawl doesn't matter that much at all. Oh, it doesn't? Man, I was under the impression like this stuff sounds horrible. These penalties. It's practically a dumb addition to the game. It's to the point where the unruly pop trait, which is like 10% extra empire sprawl from pops, is my go-to negative trait because it's 2 free trait points. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know because I've been kind of obsessing over empire sprawl lately. I guess I was steered wrong. These guys, they have the unruly trait, and I was like, oh no, that's really bad. So anyway, that's good to know, man. Thank you for the info. All right, guys, I think on that note, I'm going to shut it down. I am exhausted. It is 6 a.m. here, and I haven't been to sleep since early yesterday. Well, early, I think I took a nap yesterday. That's probably why I'm awake right now. I don't know. I can't figure. My life is a haze at this point. but but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and save it. And this might be what I'm doing on Fridays, because now that I've downloaded a whole bunch of new mods, and I'm not sure if that's gonna play well with that UNE playthrough. But I am gonna try the UNE playthrough first. That I play that on once a week on Fridays. So we'll see. Let's get this station going. This was going to be a trade hub. Nebula refinery. I guess I don't have off-world trading yet, but we'll know for sure once one of these is built. Maybe it's not showing up in the list. Okay. Hit save again. Override it. Take one last look at Tartarus. We're climbing in stability. We have 4 available jobs, but no people. Okay. Let me make sure that we are just growing them. Yes, we are. The Diri. All right. Buxy Cat says cheerio. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and shut stream down now. Thanks for dropping by, everybody, and thank you for all the feedback, particularly you, Saxon. That was quite a bit of knowledge that you dropped, and it sure does help shorten learning curves, so I definitely appreciate it. And I will see you guys when I see you. Have a great day.